Today on How to Drink, we do Magnum.
This is How to Drink, the show about making cocktails and how to drink them. I'm Greg, and I have never been a professional bartender. I've never even had a job in a bar. I don't worry too much about precision and technique, because at the end of the day, if the drink you like is in the glass, you did it right. Let's get going.
Magnum P.I., possibly the greatest television show of all time. As you can see, I'm a fan. Magnum P.I. premieres in 1980, creation of Donald P. Bellisario. Made a lot of TV shows. Actually, a lot of people don't know this was originally written to take place in California, but CBS was just finishing up on a little show called Hawaii Five-0 and said, hey, could you rewrite that to make use of the production facility we had to build out there? I am wearing my Magnum shirt. I am wearing my Magnum mustache. Tom Selleck gave up the role of Indiana Jones to play Magnum. The story of a former Navy SEAL, now private detective, private security agent, in the employ of a mysterious novelist, Robin Masters. You see, Robin Masters has a beautiful estate in Hawaii, and for reasons I don't understand, people are always trying to break into it. So he has a head of security, Higgins, and a pair of Doberman pinchers. Higgins runs a tight ship, and Magnum's job is to continuously try to break in and subvert his security to find its flaws, so the security is always increasing. And on the side, while in between testing the security at the house, Magnum gets to drive Robin Masters' Ferrari, and he gets to work as a private eye, helping out all manner of damsels and damsers in distress. I don't know what the masculine is of a damsel. Why does he drive a Ferrari on the show? That's a fun story. He was supposed to drive a Porsche originally, but the showrunners wanted Porsche to cut a hole in the roof for a sunroof so that they could see him driving from the aerial shots, and Porsche said, no, we don't do that. We're not changing the car for you. Ferrari said, we will. We don't care. And so instead he drove a Ferrari, making that car extremely iconic. Magnum is an amazing show. It's a 1-hour TV drama that ran for a number of years that honestly is a lot darker than you might give it credit for. A show about a guy flirting his way around the islands in a Hawaiian shirt, in a Ferrari, and a helicopter. There's a lot more pathos in Magnum than a lot of people would give it credit for. Not that that's why you would watch it. I'm just letting you know that it's there if you've never seen an episode of it. It's pretty famous for the watch he wears. From season 2 or 3 on, he wears a Rolex GMT Pepsi bezel that is supposed to be his father's watch that was issued to him in Korea. Interesting thing is that I don't have the exact numbers in my head, but the timeline that they give in the show for him being issued the watch predates the creation of that watch by at least 2 years. So that's an interesting little oopsie by the show. Let's make the drink. We're gonna make a drink called the King Kamehameha. It's named for the club that Rick owns, where a lot of the show takes place, usually in the beginning and ends of episodes. This drink was adapted by Michael Lay of Lono Hollywood, who is a huge fan of Magnum P.I. himself, and he made this drink just to honor his love of the show. I thought it was a really fitting tribute to Magnum P.I. and said, let's just do it on the show. All right, let's make this drink, the King Kamehameha. We're gonna need a lot of ingredients. We're gonna shoot from the hip. This is a drink we're gonna shake here. We're gonna shake this drink. We're gonna shake this drink. We're gonna shake this drink in our shaker. I don't know where else I would shake it. I guess you could make this in a blender. I'm shaking it. I need 3/4 of an ounce of honey syrup. This is nothing more than honey and water mixed in equal parts. And the reason you would make such a thing is because honey is a terrible thing to work with in a bar. It moves too slow. It doesn't pour speedily. You just have to 50-50 with water. You can actually pour this stuff. I need 3/4 of an ounce of passion fruit juice into my tin. 2 ounces of pineapple juice. This is my pineapple juice. This drink calls for an ounce of orange juice. I'm gonna use a blood orange for this. Blood orange tastes just like regular orange, but has a different color. Whoa! It just brings a lot more color to this drink. And if you have it, why not? And that is a very dark red orange. That's the bloodiest blood orange I have ever seen. I need an ounce of lime juice. I needed an ounce of Aperol. I need 3/4 of an ounce of Plantation OFTD. This is a blend of overproof rums. I need 3/4 of an ounce of a Jamaican rum that's got some funk on it. I really like Smith & Cross. This one happens to also have the advantage of being Navy strength. Magnum was in the employ of naval intelligence, so I think that's apropos. I need a 3/4 of an ounce Plantation 5-year. I am gonna shake this over cracked ice. Shaking this one, and in it goes. That is serve this in a hurricane glass or a pearl diver glass or something, or pint glass, something with some volume. I happen to have these. They're so fun looking. I always look for an excuse to use them. I am going to strain this into the glass on a somewhat open gate to get it all in there, and then top it up with crushed ice. Really go nuts, honestly. And you can pack it up in there, make a kind of a snow cone out of it. Add the straw. I'm gonna garnish this with an orange wedge, pineapple fronds. For this drink, I'm gonna do something I don't normally do, but we have such a nice snow cone aspect to this. I'm just gonna take a couple of cherries and just place them up there. There is the King Kamehameha, invented by Michael Lay of Lono, Hollywood, to pay homage to Magnum P.I, his and my favorite show. I've never had this drink before, so let's find out how it is. That is delightful. Oh man, I really like the passion fruit in there. I love that. It has a lot more bitterness than you would expect it to have. It's really kind of the best of a tiki drink. It is refreshing and transportive and exotic and just delicious. It's very accessible, very easy to drink, but it's not too sweet at all. And it is pretty high proof stuff, so you gotta be careful with this guy. We made this with a blood orange, so it has this very deep red color. If you used a regular orange, it would have a much more orange color. But hey, man, if you have the blood oranges, why not, you know? I think Magnum would be happy to drink one of these down at the King Kamehameha Club. He's sitting out at the lanai, icing his knee after a job, thinking about going back to the robin's nest for a good night's rest, discovering that Higgins has some high-profile guests using his bedroom again, that he can't have access to the beers, all back through the rigmarole to solve a major crime in 45 minutes or less with commercials. Oh, I love this drink. Yeah, I really do, actually. This is super good. It keeps getting better. This was very pretty when we started drinking it. I'm probably gonna finish it now, though. So it's gonna get very ugly. I'm gonna eat this orange. Yeah. This is How to Drink, the show about making cocktails and how to drink them. And if you like the show, I hope you'll subscribe. Check out my Instagram at How to Drink or my Twitter at How to Drink. It's the number 2. If you like the stuff I use on the show, you can swing by thishishowtodrink.com/gear. I try to share all the tools and stuff that I use there, and of course it helps me out a lot when you do. I'll be back next week with another cocktail. Until then, mahalo.